Hi Jack, thanks for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Can I ask, when did you start smoking and why?
It's a good question, and I can't give you an exact answer to it. I can tell you it was before I was 12, but it was just copying peers in doing it, and it could have been as low as 6 or 7.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I first started smoking, and I couldn't tell you when it got more as I got older, of course, and when I got to going out alone in the evening, it got more, and when alcohol helped.
So how many were you kind of smoking a day when you got older then?
Oh, it used to vary so much. Sometimes 10, sometimes 20, sometimes 5, It just
Okay.
depend. It depended a lot on what company I was in.
Right.
If I wasn't in company and I was doing something interesting, you'd say 5 or maybe not, or
Okay.
one with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you weren't sort of have a cigarette as soon as you woke up in the morning, or did you get to that point?
No, never got to that point actually. Um, yeah, never felt like doing it first thing in the morning. It would usually be when I got into conversations with people,
Okay.
saw people smoking, got offered a cigarette.
Okay.
In those days, cigarettes were much cheaper, and you used to hand them around the circle every time.
Okay. So why did you decide you wanted to stop smoking?
Um, because I wasn't really getting as much pleasure out of smoking as I did other things. I wasn't particularly hard up, so it wasn't the money, but and health reasons, because I did start getting smoker's cough and things like that, and I didn't like that very much, so I never have like pain, even in small portions.
Yeah. And did you try and give up many times or just the once? Or tell us
Oh,
about your
quite a
quitting.
number of times, I would say, and not unsuccessfully. I would not find it hard to give up smoking for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months even, and would have done over a period, 30 years or so. Um, but it was always the same way that I'd started doing it again, and that would be I would be standing in a pub. I'd see other people smoking, or I'd be around other people smoking, and they'd see me twittering a bit. And in that situation, everybody who smokes is only too willing to give you free cigarettes. They're being so kind, but they're just bringing it back in. They keep calling me back in. Um, and that would be how it started. And I'd just do it a couple of cigarettes that night, and then it would just gradually grow to what it had been before, and then pack it in again, etc.
Okay, so Jack, can you tell us how you actually finally stopped smoking?
I had a work colleague who smoked 60 cigarettes a day, every day, and his health started to fail with him, as it would. Um, and he decided to go along to a seminar, which was very well thought of in London, and still is. And it was a 3-day seminar over 3 weeks, in which Allen Carr, for the whole of the sessions, and I don't know exactly what went on to them, although I did do the same thing to give up smoking myself with a CD of it, and I did it with that, and it was mostly just common sense and asking you questions, and there was nothing very forcible about it, but the man was very convincing, be it in a seminar or with the CD that I had. And he never went back to smoking, and I never went back to smoking. I was a whole different fish, because I always could give it up sometimes, but after that, never felt any desire to do it at all.
What advice would you think to give to someone who's giving up smoking?
Advice for someone giving up smoking: never use the terms "try giving up smoking."
Right.
Say, "I am not going to smoke again," or "I will never smoke again," and stick to it. And don't make a fool out of yourself.